going to show it to you anyway, and I have intentionally not done any decorating except putting up a crochet mandala because I thought it'd be super fun to show you how it came, and then we can do the compare and contrast to how it looks once I do decorate it. And I really want to give myself some time to not rush the decorating. I don't want to do anything that I need to redo. So I just want to take my time, and that's why I come out here and I sit in here and I just try to get a feel for the space, and we'll talk more about that when we get inside. But are you ready? You want to check it out? Okay, so anybody that's asking, I have a Winnebago Outlook 27D, which is a 27-foot Class C RV with 2 slide outs, and I've already pulled the slide outs out so you can see the maximum space this morning. All right, let's go. I'm going to turn the camera around while we get inside. So we start with a couple of stairs here. And if you don't mind, I'm going to talk to you about the decorating aspects right from the get-go. So you see these risers in between the stairs. I plan on putting the same peel and stick tiles on those risers that I'm going to do for the backsplash. So that will make sense once we get inside, but I wanted to at least mention that. So there's a couple of stairs. There is an automatic stair that comes out, which I actually wanted this because it's an entry-level budget used RV. I really wanted to keep, you know, that thing KISS, keep it simple, stupid. The less electronics I had on the rig, the less things would go wrong, and I'm not mechanically prepared to have to, let me close the door, to have to worry about maintaining so many things. So that was the reason why I really wanted things super simple, and do an entry-level Class C on the smaller side of things was a way for me to get my feet wet and get used to all of the other aspects of RV before going into something with bells and whistles. So let's see, let's turn the camera around again, and we'll start at the cab. So you can see that's where you drive. And then in a Class C, there's something really cool. There's an extra space for a bed above the cab. Now, when you drive, this piece actually comes up and lays on top of the rest of the bed so that there's more room above your head. And then once you set up the bed up here, there's a ladder for climbing up. And then here's the TV. It's on an arm. Can you see that arm there? So this can actually pull out, and this will end up being the only TV in the entire place. A lot of RVs came with a bunch of TVs, and again, not what my focus was on. I wanted to keep it super simple. So we've got one TV. I did order a Roku stick so that we'll have the ability to watch some TV, and I'll tell you more about that later. There is a fan up there too, and it's a fan, and it's also, I guess, a skylight and a way to get air up there. But so if Marlon and Jess want to go on a road trip with me, this is actually almost a queen size bed up there. So I think it'll be plenty for them. And otherwise, I plan on putting a kitty bed right in front of that window. Won't that be wonderful for Bjorn? I feel like he could have such nice naps up there. Then the next thing is, oh, and there's lights up there too. There's lights there, and I believe there's a plug for plugging in phones and stuff. Oh, shoot. Hold on a second. All right, and then there's this little curtain that comes across for privacy up there. But what I thought would be nice is to make it longer so that it actually covers the cab as well. So one of the things that I plan on fixing or making an addition is to make a longer curtain, or make an option for a longer curtain. So I might even just put some Velcro along this one so that when I want just the short curtain, I can have it. And then when I want a longer curtain for maybe a backdrop for photos or videos or something, it would be nice to have the ability to block this all off. So I might end up doing a secondary curtain. And then hold on a second, let me go and attach that back. There's a little snap there for it. Spot here So, and if you guys have any ideas, oh, I did get windshield curtains, but it didn't make sense to put them for the tour this morning because I needed light in here for you to be able to see everything. I will do a shorter video showing you equipment and things that I've bought and things like that. And one of them will be the reflective curtain that I bought for the front windshield. I'll turn this around so you can see. So it's going to be a reflective surface that goes on the outside of the rig. It attaches to this door, you chill into that door. So not only does it block out light, but it's a reflective surface too. So it will keep the it'll keep the temperature down too. The front chairs do not spin all the way around. Again, like I was saying, this is a budget RV. This is the budget entry level RV. So there are a lot less bells and whistles on this vehicle than some of the other ones that you've seen. And it's simply for people to get an entry level and get themselves started if they're on a budget. So there are a lot less bells and whistles than you may see on other rigs around. I have a dinette in here, and let's go to this spot now. So, and I brought crochet out here this morning. I've been crocheting for the first time this morning out here, and that was really fun. I'm working on a new pattern. This is Be So Baby yarn in colored lime, and I think that this is a top-down shawl. But it's not. There's going to be more to the I'm reading problem, not pattern. No, ask all your questions. I'm more than happy to answer your questions. And if you have any suggestions of things to do in here, I'm open to all suggestions and all questions. So go ahead and ask. If I have answers, I'll let you know. If I don't, I don't. So anyway, this pattern is constructed like a top-down shawl, so you would be able to make a top-down shawl from it, but I'm also making something more fabulous than just a shawl, and you'll get both in the pattern. So anyway, so the dinette, I wanted to show you this because it's actually really cool. It has 2 benches and the table, 2 cup holders on the table, but wait, there's more. The table can come down to the level of base of the seats, and then it can turn into a bed. But under these seats is open storage. So what I was going to do is obviously use this for videos and working and typing and writing and all the other types of work. Yes, it could be a bed for 2 more people if I wanted it to, but what I is to keep comfy pillows under these cushions so that when I turn it into the flatter version, I'm thinking it'll be more like a lounging couch. And I thought that would be fantastic for watching TV and crocheting and knitting and anything that doesn't require sitting at a table. So even though this only has 1 seating area, it doesn't have a couch and a dinette, I feel like it's an easy way for me to get both situations, both options in there. So up here, there is full storage. This goes all the way across. This one's a little bit broken, but I'll get it fixed. It's just coming apart at the corner here. Just needs to be screwed back down, I think. But if you see, it's really deep storage. Can you see how deep that storage is? And it goes literally all the way across. So like it's open all the way through here. You could put, shoot, I guess I could put, I don't know, I could put anything in there. It's big. And then let's go to the other side here. Here's the kitchen. And again, this is this very small kitchen. There are a lot bigger kitchens on RVs, but I have already come up with some, yeah, books would be great up there for sure. But what I liked about this kitchen is that they're huge. See how deep that goes? And it has 2 sinks with a nice faucet. Stove with 3 burners, no oven. The things that I was thinking is I do not plan on cooking inside very much. Oh, there's a microwave up there too. I do not like the idea of cooking in here very much because I feel like it will bring in a lot of smell and odor into my small living space. So keeping it very minimal in here, I think is good. And then barbecuing or doing cooking outside will be great too. And then for more counter space, there's a bamboo board that's made from internet issues. I do not have the internet set up on the, like I said, this is really trying to sound, like I said, microwave, and there's the fridge and freezer. I'll put there, came with a nice drawer, so it does not come with the drawer, and I could either contact the manufacturer and replace it, or possibly figure out another creative solution. This is what they're calling the pantry, but this is enormous. Can you see how deep these cupboards go? It's absolutely huge, all to the ceiling, and humongous cupboards. And then this cupboard down here, I plan on taking the door off to get, it's kind of hard to get the right angles yet. And I'm learning all these angles still too. So this one, I'm just going to take the hinges off this side of the door and put Bjorn's litter box in there. I'm considering putting his food and water under the dinette, because even when the dinette table comes down for the couch, it still only comes down to here. So there's still more than 2 feet for him to go under there and get his food and water. Or when we're not driving, I could put his food and water between the 2 cab seats as well. So those are my 2 options for his food. I feel like the litter box, I feel like what I decided for the litter box is absolutely perfect and really a blessing. I'm not sure all RVs come with such a perfectly sized cabinet. And because there's so much storage in here, I don't feel like I'm really sacrificing that much storage for him. So there's a shower. The bathroom is split, meaning the shower is on one side and the rest of the bathroom is on the other side. I got a shower curtain. I'll show you that next time. There is a skylight in there, which I think is cool. I've heard that that's actually not great for temperature-wise, and that I should cover it. I don't like the idea of covering it permanently, so I might get a piece of foam cut to fit and just push it up in there when I need to block out the sun. I'd rather do something temporary than permanent. Here is the bathroom door. Has a mirror on it already, which I fully approve of. Oh, I forgot to turn the lights on. I don't think I turned the lights on anywhere. Now, the bathroom actually surprisingly has enormous amounts of storage in it too. I'll see if I can leave the camera down and go over there so I can show you. There's a big, whoops, get the camera up. This is harder than I thought it was going to be. Okay, there we go. So there's a big storage up here. There's a smaller cabinet here. Then there's a big mirror in here. You see the big mirror? And then we'll bend the camera down maybe, and I can show you there's a bunch of storage. There's a drawer here, 2 open cabinets under here, and then there's a spot under here with a little mesh to hold things in. I'm guessing that's for extra toilet paper. And obviously the toilet. Now, I've read a lot of things about what kind of toilet is good and what kind isn't good, and this one came with the didn't come with the porcelain toilet. It came with the plastic toilet, which I know some people, racks for hanging towels on the back of the door. But again, this is an entry-level budget RV, so it came with a plastic toilet, and I will figure out in time if that's going to work for me or not, or if it's something that needs to be upgraded. We'll get there. I got a lot to figure out. Okay, so before we go into the bedroom, and again, I have not decorated or done anything at all. This has a privacy door too, which is cool. Like if I'm traveling and going on a road trip with Marlon and Jess, they can put a curtain up over that bed, and I can pull this door here for my bedroom, so everybody has privacy and can still get to the bathroom with everybody getting privacy in the middle of the night. I think that's really cool. All right, and here's the bedroom. So again, the slides have already been pulled out. When the slides are pushed all the way in for driving, we lose 2 feet on this whole side of the rig. So the dining room table comes in by 2 feet and gives me about this much walk space to go through everything. And then in the bedroom here, the bed butts right up to the cabinets so that you can't walk around. However, when the slides are out, I can actually walk all the way around the bed. It's a queen size bed. It has 2 nightstands with a little bit of storage in each one, and it has plugs, USB, and electrical outlets on both nightstand. There's two huge cabinets above the bed, a little window in the slide out, big cabinets up here, and these go all the way across like the ones over the dinette. There's little lights here that you can turn on at night. There's lights you can turn on in here too. I'm excited to show you the next part. Look at all this storage. I have full, well, not full. I'm going to take the camera off. It might be easier for me to just do this handheld. Can you see all the storage in there? Tons. And then I'll get this back on the tripod now so I can show you the other cabinets. The cabinets in the bedroom here are just enormous. So much storage in here. Now, the flip side of that is that the outside has very minimal storage compared to other RVs you might know, might be aware of. So like it's, you know, it's a give and take. When you're on a budget, you get to pick one or the other of some things. And I thought because of my lifestyle and my work, I thought indoor storage was much safer for yarn, for books, for video equipment. So for me, I thought inside storage was way more important than outside storage. So I have very minimal storage outside for like hoses, surge protectors, you know, rig things. And then I have one section that I could put beach chairs and things like, and you know, a table and barbecue and things that I would use for outside use. So this is an enormous storage here in front of this window. Also has a little light. I could turn the lights on too. And then 3 decent sized drawers right there. 3 going straight down. I'm gonna take it off again. Sorry, I'm doing the best I can. I still have to figure out how to do videos in here. And then 2 big drawers down here. And then this is the biggest one of all. This is the closet. And all 3 of these doors are part of the same closet. I'm going to back up so you can try to get this for scale. Oh, no, get it back on the... Thanks for indulging me here. Like I said, I'm learning how to do this video while we're going. It's going to be interesting to figure out how to do videos in a tight space, but I'm doing the best I can. Okay, so here's the closet. Like I said, it has the rod going across for hanging clothes. But can you see it for scale? See how big it is compared to me? So that was one of the things that I was really happy about, was how much inside storage this has. Again, because of my lifestyle and the type of work I do, I thought inside storage was way more important than outside storage. Oh, so then I mentioned in the beginning that I wanted to show you what, where I wanted to add tile and it was going to match the backsplash. So one of the only things I really dislike in here is the stick-up tiles that they put for the backsplash here. I don't like the style of it, and I don't like how they did it. I feel like it should have either gone up a little higher or gone up around and just taken up this space a little better. But whatever I end up doing for this, replacing this tile, I will end up matching it on the stair risers. That's a great question, Kathy. I'll talk about that in a minute too. And the other thing that I want to change is the valance covers. I don't like them, and I think doing something lighter and brighter will lighten up the space quite a bit. I'm not crazy about the browns. I'm fine with the browns for like the countertop, the floor, the cabinetry, but I think all of the soft surfaces could be lightened up to make it my own, for one thing, and to not only make it my own, but to like I said, lighten it up. But I am also trying to be very cognizant of the fact that I don't need to replace everything. I'd rather do temporary things like put up Velcro and cover things, or do elastic and cover things, rather than replace things. Change things up when I feel like it. What about waste materials? Yeah, there's tanks for that, and we can get into that another time. Like I said, I am learning this as I go. So yes, there is a freshwater tank, gray water tank, and a black water tank. I have hoses and equipment for dumping everything that I need to dump, and I will learn that as I go. And once I understand it better, I will certainly share it with anybody that's interested. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, the whole lifestyle is certainly a process. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Thank you. And I'm scared. I'm nervous. There's a lot of unknowns, but it's okay. Yeah, and I'm doing all of this on a budget while working full time. So it's just a process, and I'm going to figure it out as I go. But I do think one of the things that's going to be fun is to focus my cooking videos on cooking for one, cooking for two, cooking in small spaces. I think all of that's going to be interesting. Organizing in small spaces, showing you how to fit the most in the cabinets. So I'm doing a lot of research on that now as well. And yes, someone asked about laundry. So anywhere I go, like a campground, an RV park, places like that will have coin-operated laundry there. I could certainly go to a laundromat anytime. And as far as hand washing goes, I can hand wash a lot of things here as well. And I did find an amazing product that I will speak more about soon. Let me go grab it. I think I put it in here. So I found this amazing product for hand washing called the Scrubba Wash Bed. And I'm actually extremely excited to use it. What it is, it's like an old-fashioned washboard in a bag. So what it has is these little silicone nubs on it to give you agitation. So that what you do is you put water in here, you put your dirty clothes in here, you put a little bit of your soap in there, and then it tells you how much water to fill, then how much air to press out. Then you roll the whole thing up and close it with this little clasp, and then you agitate your clothes. So because of those little nubbies in there, it agitates. I think it's going to be the best invention for hand washing ever. I think it was a Kickstarter. It's now on Amazon. I think Judy just shared a link to it. I can't wait to show you how to use it. I think it's going to be a game changer for all hand washing to keep things super clean. And like I said, there's so much. There's just so much to talk about, so much to explore. And then as I learn things, so much to share with all of you. Thanks, Colleen. Yes, I'm definitely scared. I'm almost shaking. I was scared to go live today. Like I'm scared and I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm also excited, and I'm a massive researcher, as you all know, and I'm super happy to share all my finds with all of you. Yes, I have plenty of room for my yarn and my supplies, and that was the whole reason for finding something with lots of inside storage versus outside storage, is that I found that I felt like this was a much safer way to keep, delicate things safer. I don't know what it smells like in outside bins. I don't want yarn to pick up smells in there. So I thought this was a much safer way to do that. Thanks, Wendy. All right, does anybody have any questions? What can I answer? What would you like to see up closer? Have I explained everything? Like, I had a lot of requirements that I wanted. I had a lot of bells and whistles that I didn't think I needed, and I also needed to figure out for my budget. I didn't have a big budget. So, all right. How am I going to ship? I have electricity. I can bring a printer, and I can absolutely ship from here. I don't have a timeline. I don't have a time frame goal right now. I'm still in the process of liquidating my belongings and downsizing, and it's going to take me a while. It's going to still take me a while to get everything prepared. But I'm working on it. I'm working on new books, working on new patterns, working on selling the rest of my physical products, working on RVs can cost anywhere from $5,000 to $1 million, to be honest with you. I'm probably going to stay stationary for a while to just start to understand how everything works. Yeah, I don't plan on changing many things. I don't plan on changing anything structurally. I plan on changing things cosmetically and temporarily. I don't have a timeline for when I'm moving in yet. Like I said, it's a huge process to get through everything else. But in the meantime, I'm parked in my driveway so that I have easy access to measure, get things on here, figure out what will work, what won't work, and get rid of things, find a storage unit, figure out what's worth saving, what's worth giving away, what's worth selling. I don't know yet, Wendy. Okay, thank you, Karen. Thank you, Kat. Yeah, I spoke to my sister yesterday, and she told me a very fun little memory that she recalled. Apparently, we were thinking back to when she got married, and I was talking about this when she got married. She's now divorced, but we figured out that I've been dreaming of this for over 25 years. I had forgotten about that. She had said that I had this plan to get an RV, then eventually get land, park on my own land, and build my own house off grid on my property. And when she said that, I was like, well, yeah, that's what I've always wanted to do. And she goes, I remember you talking about it before my wedding. And we figured out the day, the time, like, oh my gosh, 25 years. Now, obviously, on and off, not consistently, but yeah, this has been part of the plan all along. So like the long-term plan would be to eventually pay this off, buy a piece of land somewhere, build a greenhouse, and build a house on my own land. I don't know if, when, how, what, but yeah, it never hurts to dream. Thanks, Diane. Thank you, Black Cat. All right, does anybody have any other questions? Yes, gee, I wouldn't build anything larger than a tiny house on land either. Thank you. Yes, Karen, down the road, I could do that also. My next book is going to be on crochet, Wendy, but you never know what's in store for the future. I'm amazed by the inside storage in here. Yes, absolutely, Linda. Law of attraction, vision boards, a whole 9 yards, for sure. That's great for all of us. Whoops. Trying to get rid, there we go. Thank you, Sharon. Awesome, Karen. Do lots of research, try out different styles, see what works best for you. Try to figure out what you want to do. What do you want to do in it? What do you want to do outside of it? Where do you want to go? Like, are you going to be climbing in mountains? Are you going to be in flatland? These, there's so many components of how much rig you need and how many bells and whistles you need based on your lifestyle and where you want to go. There has been no hiccup in my work schedule. The book is coming along well. We're almost finished with the first round of edits, so definitely making great progress there. Karen used to own a Class A. Wonderful. Class A, especially the diesel pushes, are really great if you're going to tow a lot, if you're going to climb mountains, things like that. Yep, I could do that too, Pearl. That's awesome, Lori. Yeah, there's so many ways to make this, to be creative about all this. Absolutely. I am going to take my bike. I'm looking at, so I do have a hitch on the back of the RV, and I do want to get a bike trailer for it. I would much rather get a bike trailer than a tow kit for a car at this point. It's certainly a lot cheaper, and also I would really like to bring my bike. I'm not ready to try driving a moped, Linda, but it would certainly be an option down the road too, definitely. But for right now, I would like to be able to bring my bike and whatever, and figure out what kind of exercising I want to do on the road. What I've been trying to figure out, if I could bring my TRX cables with me for TRX training. I can't attach it to the rig anywhere, but it'll depend on where I go. Maybe I could find a way to do that. Otherwise, I might bring some dumbbells. I'll definitely be bringing my yoga mat. Yeah, I'm keeping my car for right now because I definitely need to be able to do errands and stuff more economically in a car. And as I travel, I'm going to figure it out. I don't know yet. But I'm okay in the not knowing. I figure I've learned so much already, and I'm just going to keep learning as I go. Does anybody have any other questions? These are great questions, you guys, and I appreciate you so much. Yes, thank you, Marcia. I don't know, Karen, I'll check. Yep, you only live once, Wendy, that's right. Yes, Lily, I do try to be positive. That's what I figured, Colleen. I was hoping that if I just bring the TRX with me, that I'll be able to attach it to something anywhere I go, just not on the RV itself. But it's so small, and it does so many different types of exercises that I think it would be a great light and compact item. Like, you get a lot of bang for your, not get a lot of bang for your buck. You get a lot of bang for the space and everything. I don't know when I'll be fully moved in, Eve. I haven't even begun to get to that point right now. I did not pick names for the Patreon level yet, and I did not pick a name for the RV yet, but I am still leaning towards Dolly. But I will have answers to all of that soon. Oh, that's cool, Leona. I'm not going to remember any of anybody's tips while we're live. If any, there is air conditioning. I have it turned off right now because it's kind of loud. Let me turn it on actually, and you tell me how bad it sounds on video. So one of the challenges that I'm having is figuring out how I can do videos with the AC on. How loud does the AC sound to you right now? The camera is literally right. The camera is literally right on top, right over the AC. Not bad. Oh, that's great, Lisa. So for live videos like this, the AC is not bad. How many miles are it? I think it's 49,000, something like that. I'm worried that doing overhead shots for like doing knit and crochet tutorial videos that the AC will be too loud. But is it annoying if we were doing a class? Is it annoying if we were doing the a podcast or a live stream? Is it obnoxious or just noticeable? Because I know a lot of people get really upset at the sound of wind when we're doing live at the beach. So I just wanted to know how annoying this is. I got a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being doesn't bother you at all, and 10 being I would not take a class with you if I had to listen to that. How do you feel about it for classes? Joe says a 1. Wow. Lisa, 1? Lori, Karen, 1. Joni, 2. Wow. For classes, 2.5. Thank you for differentiating that. I appreciate it. Wow, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate your feedback very much. I'm excited to hear that it's not that bad too. Because okay, Cake Maker says it's a 9. All right. Hey, I appreciate it. I want honesty. I want your brutal honesty here. There's no reason to sugarcoat it so that I can't offer classes from the RV. And I have some plan Bs in motion, so not to worry. You know that I always have a plan B, C, and D in the background, so I have some other options available for Okay, so at least we can do a live stream with it. It's not noticeable. I think it's still too loud for actual classes and tutorial videos, which is why I'm trying to figure out some alternative solutions, like doing them somewhere else. I also do not have the lights turned on in here, so I don't know how bad that is, but we'll get there. I'm gonna figure everything out. I just gotta remember that I've done a lot so far and I got a long way to go, and I have to pace myself so I don't burn out. Oh, that's so sweet, Mickey. Thank you. Thank you. I do have a canopy. Yes, I have a canopy outside, and it has LED lights at night too. I took a photo of it the other day. I'll share it with you. In fact, I might just do a blog post sooner than later to just share all of the beginning things that I've done. Is there a noise reduction setting on my phone? I don't know, and that's another thing that I'm researching to find out if there is a microphone or a camera that will reduce the background noise, or maybe in the editing on my software if there's a way to reduce that noise for video. I also have my Inno fans. Remember those Inno fans that I talked about a couple months ago and we took to the beach and we took the lanai? They're the USB charged fans. They're going to be amazing in here. Thanks, Christine. So I think those fans, because they're USB charged and they have such long battery life inside and they're super quiet, I'm hoping that those might be really helpful for things as well. And I have 2 of them, so I feel really lucky. And you know, things happen for a reason, right? When they reached out to me to review their products, I thought they were cool for the beach and the lanai. Now I'm like, they're a super blessing to have in here. I love my Inno fans. And AC isn't any louder than the ocean. Good point, but the ocean we like to listen to. Yes, it is all exciting, scary, unknown, and exciting, and you know, I love learning new things. I love pushing myself to try new things, and I'm really excited to try a minimal lifestyle and an adventurous lifestyle. I'm very excited about it. And am fully aware that it will come with all sorts of challenges and all sorts of things to figure out along the way, but I'm ready for it and I'm excited. All right, thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed my tour, my thought process on everything, and I'm so glad that I showed you everything right now when it's not decorated and not filled, because now we can use this tour as the contrast for when I do all sorts of other exciting things in here. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I enjoy all of your encouragement, support, questions, and tips. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of the Kristin Omdahl Show. Bye-bye.